Stop.
Yes, we are live. What's up, everyone? Back with Victoria and Samir, connecting flights post Oscar weekend. We
Mm-hmm.
had an awesome time and so much to jump into. But before, I'm going to surprise Victoria with see this?
Catcher in the Rye. You got
Yo,
it.
I'm almost done with it, girl. So I was hanging out with
What?
Nico, the producer. Yeah, like right on the airplane, and we were walking in for like the last drink before I took him to the airport. We were down in Venice
Yeah.
Beach hanging out, and we're walking in, and we're like, "Oops, wrong!" And it was into a bookstore. So I was like, "Okay, well, hold on a second." I walk in, they go, "You have 1 minute," because they're about to close. So I was like, "All right, Catcher in the Rye," and they're like, "Boom!" And they took it to me. So I spoofed it up, and I'm so glad that I did. Girl, this book is hilarious, and the character
Hilarious?
is very fitting to what we have going on here. So I just wanted to like surprise you
Yeah.
with that one, and it's an awesome read. I'm so glad I picked it up.
That's so interesting. I'm like, I never thought it was going to be like a funny book, but that's so cool that you got it.
I
You're
mean, it had
almost
me
done.
laughing. I laugh when I see something like very creatively unique and like
Uh-huh.
brilliant going off. I just laugh at like how they manage to think like that, and it tickles me. So, I was laughing more at the genius of the book, of the author who like haven't quite
Yes.
read a book like this before, and you'll know what I mean when you pick it up. And it makes a lot of sense that the name of the bar that we went to. So why don't you tell us why this book actually has meaning from our weekend?
Sure. Okay, so let's start from the top. What are you drinking?
Pellegrino,
Pellegrino. Cool, cool,
yeah, baby.
cool. Um,
Brand
a
placement.
we're not being paid for that.
No.
So yeah, so this weekend, okay, so we went to, obviously we've been talking about this. We went to the Oscars gala
Yes.
and we performed and it was awesome. And then after we were done performing, was it the first night? We
Right.
went to we just like I just put into maps. I'm like, I don't know, bar near me, because we were like, I'm not done yet. So we went to this place called Catcher and the Rye,
Yep.
and we were like, I've never read that. Neither have I. I feel like uncultured. I feel like we need to read this. You actually bought the book.
Well, then, I mean, but I didn't go out looking for it. I just like bumped into the bookstore on accident, and I was like, well, shoot, while I'm here, because I've heard of this story, I've heard of this book, and I like to read, when I can. I've had phases where I used to read quite a bit, but I never got to this one. So I was like, all right, let me pick it up. And then I got into it the whole flight back. I was just like, that's all I did. I didn't watch anything else. I just read. It was awesome. It was great.
That's great.
Almost as good as this coffee. Thank you.
Look how fancy it is.
I know, it's so
Is that
fancy.
Lisa?
It's Lisa.
Hey.
Lisa,
Hi,
you want a cameo?
Lisa. Yeah.
Cameo.
Hi, girl.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? We were talking about you so much this week. Like, Jeff. We were just like,
Oh my gosh, that's true. We have to talk about
Yeah,
Jeff.
we
I
were.
told you about that.
Oh yeah. Cool.
I was like,
it looks like you
listen.
guys had a great time.
Sammy from the
Well,
UK
yeah.
saying hi.
Say hi, Sammy.
Hey, Sammy.
Hi,
She did
Sammy.
For people who don't know, Lisa did a hypnotherapy session with me, and she's also a nurse. So it was just a really cool blend of knowledge, both, I don't know, ancient spiritual knowledge with Western medicine. It's like a perfect little, I don't know, combination, I guess. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you. It works. It works.
Yeah, if y'all want to know anything about hypnotherapy and subconscious, it's incredible, actually.
It is. My dad quit smoking because he got hypnotized.
For sure. Yeah, that's like
Just
so common. That's one of the most common uses, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, and so successful.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your
She's
coffee.
singing?
Oh my God. No, I don't at all.
I feel like you do. I think I
like,
heard it.
welcome. She's like, she's
Bye, Lisa. She's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. We were talking about the Oscars. Oh, you were talking about Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah. So anyway, that happened, and I just wanted to share that with you because life unfolds in those ways. That's how life unfolds for me. Something like that happens. You end up in a bar, kind of tickles your imagination. I just hold on to it, and I just keeps flowing into life. It just keeps like the river flowing, and the adventure is nice that way. And I'm really glad I got into it. It's just adding a whole other dimension to the experience, which is really cool.
It is. Yeah, that was really fun. I'm glad that we did that. It was such a random place. That's the thing about LA. There's so many. You can't do all of LA in a lifetime.
Ever,
It's just there's so many places here that are so cool and interesting. And it was right by my house. Never been there. I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, but that's where like life and magic, kind of, and music. All kind of make sense together. This is where, like, if you understand music, you can understand a way of life. Because for me, it's like we were just jazzing, like you go somewhere, you hear something, and in music, sometimes you hear that unfolds another idea that wouldn't have happened unless that note rang, and so it just unfolds in this creative way. And then when you do that in the creative world, as a songwriter, as a melody maker, one thing opens up another, and that's how you create these melodies. That's how you write these songs. And so that's how I kind of live my life. I have these experiences that kind of turn on my imagination in a certain kind of way. And if there are opportunities to follow them, I do. And it's a nice way to go.
That's so awesome. I love that you are like that. I mean, even the way we met, really,
sure.
like,
yeah. Absolutely.
For me, like, I don't usually do stuff like that. I like going with the flow, but I also like comfort and familiarity sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I'm a Taurus, but also I like to. I'm an adventurer too. So that was crazy. But you're right. That's so cool. So you guys you were just aligned, and then you spontaneously go to, where was it? Venice.
Yeah.
And at Venice, then you ran into Sir Earl Tunes, which
oh my God,
I can't believe that.
And before I jump into Sir Earl, I just want to do a quick and I'm glad you took an adventure with me, because it was so much fun this weekend, and it's been such a joy working and walking alongside you in these adventures. It's like really, it's so I'm glad you did, and I just want to say that I'm glad you took a chance on all of that.
It was awesome. I can't believe that happened that way.
Yeah, and it's continuing to happen. So then to Sir Earl Toon. So Sir Earl Toon, we were hanging out with all weekend on the carpets and in the rooms. He is a co-writer of Celebration, Cool in the Gang, and
Celebrate good times. Come on.
So this guy has written one of the biggest songs like in the history of recorded music. And then I had the good honor of having worked with him on a film years ago that also featured my music and also was produced in my studio. And so I got to work with him.
Blessed?
The movie is called #Blessed. You're right. I should drop it. #Blessed. Producer Martina Webster, based on the book by Dalia Webster, I guess, daughter, but she's married now. I don't know the last name. Mm-hmm. And yes, it's a beautiful little Christmas magic film. Really nice if you're watching it. It's like a Hallmark movie, so it's kind of like it owns the cheese kind of vibe.
I love Hallmark movies.
But it works when you have the grandparents or some little kids and just like everybody kind of watching a Christmas movie. It kind of goes across. I love the casting. And so I got called in to work with Sir Earl Toon because they're having a difficulty getting a hold of him. And I kind of come from project management background. So they're like, Samir, can you take the task of getting this guy in? So I was like, sure. And so I got on the phone and then we ended up talking. And I was like, oh my gosh, man, this is like the guy who wrote Celebration freaking out. So anyway, he was there and we had a great time with him. And Victoria, you want to tell them about the time I introduced you to him the first time years ago?
Oh yeah. Okay. So by the way, I don't do research on people before I meet them. I don't know. I'm just like, there's two types of people. There's the people who need to know everything about the person before they do, and there's people who don't want to know anything. Yeah. And I knew that he had done Celebrate Good Times. Come on. It was, but he also did Jungle Boogie. That's I was like, I was looking up his discography. I'm like, oh my God, he has so many big hits. So Samir and I were on another adventure per usual. And so she was, I don't remember how it happened, but we were doing
how it happened.
music, and then we went to
I'll,
dinner.
I'll just let them know how it happened, and then you
Yeah.
and this, by the way, this is the guy we're talking about. Okay, Sir Earl Toon. I got this magazine from I got this magazine this weekend hanging out with him. So it was at one of these other Oscar galas that I was at, and I was sitting at the table with him, and he was a featured performer that night, and I couldn't hardly believe it because he was like he closed it out with Celebration, and everybody was just over the top, and the impact that he had on the room was just kind of astounding.
Right.
And because we had just finished producing his single for the film, like I found myself like as his wingman almost. Like I was like almost as his producer that night. And I was like,
no way.
Yeah, it was super wild. And so then as we're rubbing elbows and hanging out, this other studio owner, David Levy, who the owner of Malibu Studios in LA, approaches him, and then they start talking, and I'm talking. Next thing you know, they're like, yeah, all right, let's all go to the studio tomorrow night in Malibu. I'm like, all right, cool. Samir, you pick me up. All right, let's go. So then it opened up an invitation to go to Malibu the next day. But I was also hanging out with you, and we were doing a lot of stuff during this time, getting our vibe going. So I was like, yo, Victoria, why don't you come with? And then what happened?
That's crazy. I didn't know that you had gone to the Oscars that year. Yeah, so you were like, hey, come with. And then so we go to dinner at this really cute spot with Sir Earl Toon, and then we go to the Malibu Studios, and it was so awesome because just watching people work and being in that room and having a writing session with these guys, like literally wrote a song that is illegal to not play at weddings. I said it before, I'll say it again. That's what it is. I mean, and just watching people like that who obviously have cracked the code to, not just hit songs, but like a lifetime achievement award type of hit song, and just watching, just being in the session with him and the producer from Malibu, Levy was his name?
Yeah, David Levy. Yeah.
David Levy, yeah. And it's just really cool being like mixing it up and being in the same rooms, in the same sessions with people who just know what they're doing, know?
No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the energy this guy brings, and like in the conversations, when you speak with him, it's like you walk away and you feel like you just left some like just a beautiful place. He really has a power within him. So then it wasn't until the very end of this weekend night, Sunday night, the gala is ending, everything's wrapping up, we're all just kind of floating around the red carpet for the last time, taking the last photo ops, and he goes, Samir, that's Victoria from when we went out to Malibu. He's like, that's her. I was like, yeah. So he, at the very end of it, he put it together that we'd actually hung out. So, and had dinner and had a great time. So his mind was starting to, I was so glad that he put that together, and I was surprised that he hadn't somehow. I mean, it's madness behind the scenes. And from what we spoke of, maybe I didn't make it clear, but he put it together. Which was awesome. Right.
So, yeah. I was also much blonder. I mean, I wasn't blonde per se, but I did maybe I looked a little different.
Yeah. And it was a couple of years ago, and it was one night, this guy probably is, who knows?
Yeah. But that was so cool of him to shout me out like that. Like the way he was like, yo, she can, she writes, she sings, she's bad. Yeah. And I was just like, dude, coming from that guy, I was like,
and yeah,
you're tripping. I don't think you remember me, but
yeah, he continued with this. So then this is where the magic continues. So then on the next day after, I'm just hanging out. Nico and I are just having we hung out with you too that day. So after we left your place, we went to Venice Beach to go hang out before he flew out at night, and I was taking him to the airport. I was like, let's just go people watch, hang out. I love Venice Beach. It's always a good time. So we're there, we're walking around, we're walking up and down the pier, we're having a good old time. And I'm like, all right, let's go catch the sunset. And I'll tell you the full story. So then we're like, hey, there's a cool balcony up there. And I was like, okay, we start walking to it. We get to the front door and then go, actually, you know what? Let's go check if this other place is available. Because I had my eye on this other place from the beginning. So we go, yeah, let's do that. So we start walking towards the other place. And we go, nah, you know what? Forget it. Let's actually go back to the original one. So something was pulling us back, right? So we go and we start walking. And so we start going, there's this beautiful balcony. So we walk up. They're like, it's self-service. Just get up to the balcony and see if you can find a place. Because it wasn't very big. And so there we are. We're pulling up. We walk up the stairs. The vibe is awesome. You know, super, super historical vibes of like icons that have come through this place. And I'm feeling
where were you?
I don't even know.
Remember?
I don't even know what it's called. But if you get to Venice Beach and call me, I could tell you how to get there.
Okay.
We're walking up and we get up to the balcony and we're walking in. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, and they start recognizing me. And I'm like, I don't recognize you. Like, because it was like his entourage, his crew. And
yeah,
all of a sudden, boom, there he is, Sir Earl Toon, and like his wife and his people.
All out in the elevator. Was the Reverend there?
What's that?
Was the Reverend there?
And the Reverend was there.
We met the wildest Reverend. Okay, I think he was friends with Sir Earl Toon, or I'm not sure what the relationship is there. Like,
the Reverend almost lost his mind when we bumped into each other out there. He was like, he was stunned, just couldn't, that we had circled in randomly together because we closed the evening the previous night with each other. Like we were having a big old conversation last thing the night before, and the next thing you know, we magically bump into each other. And all he was saying at that point was like, all right, then we have to do, that's it. We got to do our next song with Victoria, and then he started talking you up, and Victoria's amazing. We had another session.
You didn't tell me this.
He started to talk you up in front of everybody again, and insisting that the three of us do it. And Nico was there, and he was like, look, this Nico, he produced All I Want for Christmas. So he was introducing everyone. So then it was kind of like already written that we're going to do this song next.
Wow.
So it was awesome. It was amazing. And then they went off to go walk into the sunset. We came back and we took over the table to relax, and he bought us dinner. It was beautiful. It was very nice.
Question. Wait, Nico produced All I Want for Christmas? Wasn't that Walter A?
Here, should we bump him up? Let me play the video.
Wait, you're telling me that Nico produced All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey?
No, Sir Earl Toon. So it's not it's not the same title, by the way. It's very different. Or is it All I Want for Christmas, Sir Earl Toon? This is All I Want for Christmas. Can we play it? So no, not Mariah Carey. This is a song that he did. This is a song he did for the movie that we're both in called #Blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Sir Earl Toon and the song All I Want for Christmas, featured in the film #Blessed.
Cool. Play just like a part of it. Don't play the whole thing, because then I'll get flat.
Okay.
I was about to lose my mind.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Sorry.
There's nothing you can give me or put under my tree. This gift can't be wrapped up in a bow. What I'm longing for, it can be born at any store. It could change the life of every boy and girl. All I want for Christmas is to feel the dreams and wishes, to give to those who matter most, the ones in need. This is all I want for Christmas.
All right.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I like his walking stick. That looks
Yeah.
like an eagle.
He's such a character, and he's so nice. You know, over the years, I've probably spent maybe 2 hours on the phone with this guy, and like,
Really?
I never want to get off. I love talking
Really?
to him. Yeah. I mean, he gets to the heart of the matter, and then he stays in the heart, and then he'll just stay in the heart, and then he'll just stay in the heart. And I'm like, it's just such a beautiful thing. I mean, such an energy. Yeah.
I
Really.
love that. I love people that you can just like go deep with, you know, and it's easy and they understand, you know, because some people, as I live for deep conversations, and I can see that about him. He seems, well, he walks around with a prophet, you know, this
Yeah.
guy.
That
That
guy.
guy was so funny. Okay,
was.
wait, I think, hey, Jude. Okay, so he was there. You know this guy. We were walking with, do you remember Jude from the
Oh yeah,
Oscar?
dude. What's up? Yeah, from Arizona.
Yeah. So I don't know, I'm walking over to do something and he walks up to me and he goes, "Do you have kids?" And I'm like, "No." And he was like, "Don't." And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, the world is just too crazy." And I'm like, "Are you like prophesizing?" Like I couldn't figure out what the deal was, but it was funny because I had been like thinking about that a lot. I'm like, I don't know what's real. What's my hormones and what do I actually want to get? I don't know,
Yeah.
you know? And he was like, "Yeah, don't do it." And I was just like, what a random thing to say to someone you've never spoken a word to before, you
Yeah.
know? And then I was talking to Sir Earl Toon's wife, and she was like, "Yeah, no, he prophesies. That's what he does." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I get why you would travel with that person,
Oh.
go over, you know." But he was
Yeah.
not like any other reverend I've ever met.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah,
was
he
he was
definitely had the spirit with him for sure.
yeah,
Like, right
yeah.
away, he was like, I see it. And this is before we bumped each other again, but like right away, he knew what needed to happen, and it continued to resonate and ring true that we have to get together, we have to work on something. And he's like, send him something, but don't spend time on it. Do it quickly. Like, don't think twice. It's all right. Just put something out there. So I'm having this conversation with Nico as we're going to Venice Beach, just about like, I'm like, so, you know, I know we're busy at the studio, but what do you think about producing a track with Sir Earl? And he's like, yeah, it'd be great, you know. And I'm thinking I should do some because of the conversations that they were having. They spoke a lot about Africa, actually, because
Really?
Nico is from Africa, and the Reverend is actually going with
What?
us.
I thought he was French.
Yeah, he was
He's
born
from
in,
Africa?
yeah, but he was born and spent the first 18 years in Africa. Yeah.
South
But
Africa?
no, in what's it called? Center. It's like the Congo. What's it called?
Tanzania.
Kinshasa.
Oh,
He grew up in Kinshasa. He wouldn't, right? So yeah, Nico
okay.
is
Sorry, go ahead.
French, grew up in Kinshasa, Africa. So then they were talking about, and they're like, oh, and the Reverend was saying they were going to go to Africa. So then Nico was thinking that he would think about doing some Afro rhythm to send over to ish, you know, and it just continued to resonate all the way through. So anyway, I'm excited about that project. It's going to be fun to work with him, and I'm, you know, it's fun to see life unfolding in front of our eyes sometimes, you know. And we just grateful that at this point all I need to do is just walk through it, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So you guys are gonna do okay. So you get he wants to do a song with Nico, like an Afrobeat type joint together.
With
collab,
us, no, you on it too, with me and you on it. Like Nico will help produce
with
it.
us.
The three of us will be the voices on it. Yeah.
All right, great. So should we like set up a writing session with him?
Yeah. We should. I think Nico's gonna come up with a groove first, and then we'll move it out. But or maybe we set up sure, we can talk about that. In my mind, I thought Nico would, especially off the way it all flew. Nico's just gonna come up with a groove, put some guitar on it, you know, and then send it over, and then we start working. That's what
do it from there. Got it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Wow, we're gonna have a song with the Celebrate guy. That's so cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, so
I
it
mean,
was a good
I'm
weekend.
interested to see how he like, you know, how the writing session will go.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a great writer. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna start thanking people for this weekend. I wanted to shout out Frontier for dressing us up this weekend, um, and yeah, and just shout out to Samira for inviting us to perform at these events.
So fun.
Yeah, just throw some thanks out there. What's on your mind this past week, Victoria? What's going on with you?
I really want to take Marta. What's her name?
Martina?
Martina. I want her to mentor me. I think she's such a badass. I think she's so cool. She's just like really figured some shit out, and she's like really just kind, and she's such like a go-getter, and she's just like a boss woman, and I respect it out of that. You know, I'm like, will you adopt me?
Take her on. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Martina's when I first met her, she was the like assistant director to the film Turnover, which was one of my, not even the first movie that I got into, but it was the movie with Turnover. Director is Linda Palmer, and my song Dance with Destiny got into the movie Turnover, and then that song got nominated for a Hollywood Music and Media Award, which is a whole story how that happened.
Wait, Hollywood Music and Media with Brian Sebastian?
Probably, yeah. It's a significant situation, yeah. And we won.
Wait, what year was that?
2017.
And it was out here.
Yeah.
We were also nominated that year for Last Ride. Oh my God. Yeah. I knew when you said that before, I was like, God, that sounds so familiar. No, that's crazy. Hollywood Music.
And like you, how, there are two types of people, those who know exactly what they're walking into and those who just kind of show up and see what's going on. Like, I was like uber surprised at the level that this event was at. I was like, I had heard about it. I had seen people winning, and I was thinking how cool that would be, and no idea that I would end up getting nominated. I mean, the way I even put the song in for the nomination process was I got a call from the music supervisor from the film Turnover. She's like, yo, you should really submit this song for Hollywood Music and Media Award. I was like, all right, cool. She's like, the thing is, the deadline is in the 3 hours. And I was like, it was 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, and it was like 11:59 that night was before I clocked out. I was like, okay, so let me just do it. So I just like hung up. I did it, submitted it. Then all of a sudden, and then I let it go again, because I'm like, okay, I'm just on to life. And then we got nominated. I was like, all right, well, the way I do with all of every time my music made it into a film, and into this day, I feel like a part of me is in that film. So when it comes to film festivals, I'll go. If it, I followed the movie to New York City. I followed the movie to an hour away outside of Maryland. I followed it to DC. Like I go represent. So then, because Nika was also a part of
in charge of everything.
Yeah, and I love it.
Oh my God. Okay, so we went into business like that. I cannot believe that I'm hearing this right now. This is crazy. He had a Russian wife. Forget it.
What do you mean?
But from Brad, the guy that was running it. That's how I got my whole deal doing the radio shows.
Okay.
That's
sure,
crazy.
Maybe
we were there at the same time. Where was the event? It was at somewhere awesome. I feel like it wasn't the Kodak.
Right across from Capitol.
It was the Grumman Theater.
Right next to Capitol Records.
Yeah, it was like the Grumman, I think. That or the W, I forget. But
yeah,
something. Yeah. That's crazy, Brad.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
That was so wild. So that was like, big lights. First time I'm like tons of cameras everywhere I look, and I'm like walking in and oh man, what an experience. So we got nominated, and then I was sitting up in the nosebleeds with the crew, and then they come at the beginning, and this is I should have known. They're like, hey, Samir, why don't you come sit down on the floor? And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I went and I got this cool seat at the floor, and I was chatting it up, but I didn't think anything that should indicate that maybe they knew I was going to win and they didn't want me to have to come from way up top, that they were positioning me for it. But I mean, what a wild night that was, because we ended up winning, and then after that, it's just like a rush, like a rush that doesn't stop for days. It's like
Yeah.
That whole experience of just everybody chiming in, the calls, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Really grateful.
That night actually changed my life too.
Mm-hmm.
It did. I mean, I met Brian, Sebastian, and then I started working at LA Talk Radio and doing the radio shows there and shows with him. Actually, he's the one who introduced me to live stream, the StreamYard, I mean. And then we met Kevin there, who ended up being a producer that we still talk to. Actually, that we still work with. And so there are people that I met that night that are very much still in my life.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It was a great festival. It was so fun. Yeah. And I sang A Better Tomorrow there live.
Oh wow.
I know. Wow.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's crazy that what are the odds of that? I mean, seriously.
Yeah. That's the first time we find that out, huh?
Yeah, we've been in each other's orbit without even knowing it.
Yeah. Again, just walking through this, at this point. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first time I started to meet Martina. I'd be happy to, and I think we'll have more opportunities to get together because she's a part of the whole Arizona crew, which is the Jeff Reynolds, and Jeff Reynolds has all these other wonderful ideas, and they are, very much involved in the films and right. Just Below Music is my love for films. Like I love it. I love how they both come together. I'm so grateful to be a part of that, and so I look forward to more of all of that. And so I'm sure they will remain, part of that story. You'll have more chances to connect again.
Absolutely. Have you talked to Samira since?
I sent her a thank you. I just sent her a thank you text.
You're good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And
anyway, do you want to play this or that for Oscars?
Sure. And I think what I'd like to do first is, since Wine and Whiskey, we did release a lyric video.
Yes.
You put one up out there as a thank you. A nice moment at the end of this wave. Should we let's play that and then play the game? What do you think?
Sure, we could do that. We can do that.
I think it's good to share a little bit of music while we're up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remind people what we're doing. So let me find it.
I have to mute it halfway through for the other socials.
Oh, because you're on the other socials. Gotcha.
But that's okay. I'll just mute it and talk to them while it's playing.
Okay. All right, coming up. Why do you let's see.
Send me the collect. Sammy, what's been happening in your world? Ooh, here we go.
You're a sunset in a vineyard breeze, soft and sweet like a melody.
You're a midnight poet, you burn too fast, little too strong, too rash. I take it slow, let love unfold.
I dive too deep, I lose control.
Two different roads, but somehow we meet.
A fire and feather,
a storm and a peace. I'm wine and you're with.
You're slow and smooth.
Too quickly. That's what you should.
Try to mix, but it ain't easy. I guess love don't work when you're mine.
And your whiskey. I love the quiet, the candlelight.
I like the wild and the neon signs.
I wanna dance in the moonlit
I
rain.
wanna run where the thunder plays.
I take my time, let love sink in.
I chase the rush, I play to win.
Two different hearts, one same dream. Love don't last when it's torn at the seams. I'm wine and you're whiskey.
You're slow and smooth.
You hit too quickly. We try to mix, but it ain't easy.
I guess love don't work when you're wearing.
And your whiskey, yeah, yeah. Baby, in another life, another time, we wouldn't burn out like fire and ice.
But here we are, and it's plain to see some things just ain't meant to be.
I'm wine and your whiskey, yeah. I'm slow and smooth, you hit too quickly.
You're wine and I'm whiskey. You're slow and smooth.
You hit too quickly.
You're the one that lingers on the lips.
You're the one that you take in sips.
We're
Try to mix, but it ain't easy. Guess love don't work when you're wine and I'm whiskey.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. What were you laughing at?
I was laughing at, and I figured out, okay, because I was chatting on the comments, and it came back for me as I put in 100 in terms of that I was agreeing. And then it said that it also came from your YouTube as 100. So I guess since we're going through both channels via this stream, if I comment, it comes from both of you. So I thought
Really?
you had responded exactly what I had responded, and that's what I was like, in the world. I was like, crazy.
When did we morph into the same person?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's gonna happen any day now from the way that
It does. Well, I mean, we match on purpose sometimes, but sometimes we just be wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
straight up, man. It's wild.
It really is. It's so crazy. I love these things. I'm sorry. Link got these lights while Samir was here, and they're just so much easier to use. I mean, then anyway, I'm sorry, ADD. But oh yeah, we were gonna do the Oscar this or that.
All right, cool. You want to run it this week, girl?
Yeah, I got it. I think I can get off of my page on here and still look at it, right?
From where I see it on the StreamYard, you're a little fuzzy on this side.
Oh,
But,
really?
yeah.
Huh.
But it's gonna look clean for you. Oh, we also have to get our Opus Clips handoff done today.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that after this.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
for
figure that out because getting
Oh,
all of
that's
the
great. That's
because
great.
100% mine was clear.
Yeah,
And then I
good.
was looking, it's like sometimes on StreamYard it gets fuzzy and sometimes it doesn't. Get it? Okay, here, I'm going to go to this thingy. I'm going to move this and I'm going to do this. Okay.
In case you
Sorry.
guys are hanging out with us for the first time, thanks for coming through. We have no purpose except to speak and connect. She's a
No purpose.
PC, and we just talk about life. We do like to play a game, this and that. That is a consistent thing that we do.
Wait.
And
Where
so
did it go? Okay, wait.
it does lead to some pretty amazing conversations on occasion, for sure.
It's true. That's really fun. Okay. Let's see. Oscar, red carpet vibes. Oh, okay. Here you go. Old Hollywood glam or edgy fashion?
Ooh. I mean, I'd say edgy fashion because of the way we rolled off this week. But I do love the old glamour in terms of the films. I like the old films that have that glamour pizzazz, but I would go edgy.
I agree. Okay, so normally I'm such a I love getting dressed up. I love wearing gowns, but performing, I'm like edgy fashion. Performing first of all, the dress. This was the most beautiful room I swear I've ever been in. I've been in a lot of rooms, but everybody looked so good. So good at this gala. I mean, the dresses were like, oh, chef's kiss.
Mm.
You know, really good. And I'm like, see, I'm not gonna be able to compete with that with what I already have. I'm such a last minute dresser. So I'm like, shoot, I have gowns. Those gowns were like next level. So I'm like, oh, what am I gonna wear? And then we had Frontier that was dressing us. And I'm like, well, I have to wear something that goes with this. I decided full on just something I would never normally do. I wore lace pants.
It was fire.
With like boy shorts and what top did I wear? This like bedazzled top that I didn't even know I had. I don't know where it came from. It was just in my closet. I did this like 2 hours before we needed to leave for the Oscar event.
Right.
That was insane.
Oh, that's one
but
of
I
them.
loved it. I liked it. Yeah. Yep. That's that's the look. And the military jacket. Those military jackets are fire. Yeah. And then I did a wet hair look. You know, you can check our Instagram to see it. Get it?
Yep.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, edgy fashion, you know.
Edgy fashion for sure.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So let me see what else I have here. Oh, okay. Speaking of which, hair slick back versus big volume blowout.
Huh. I was big volume blowout.
But
you were slick back. I mean, that was the first night I was all see if I can find some of that.
Yeah, the first night, this is like really hot. The first night I was I had curls the first night, and then the second night slick back.
Big blowout.
Yeah, big blowout for you. Have you ever slicked your? I don't know what you would look like with your hair slicked back.
I mean, kind of like that.
Orlando Bloom. Yeah, like that.
Orlando Bloom. Right. All of a sudden, I turned blonde.
He's got curls and he flicks it back. Yeah. Okay, this is funny. Heels all night versus secretly barefoot by hour 2. Are you gonna call me out? I would
never call you out. No way. I got your back, girl.
Normally, I'm like, listen, if you put on a shoe, you have to commit to it. This is what you're doing today or tonight, whatever.
Right.
And like immediately when we got there, we went outside after we did the carpet, we go outside to this grassy area.
Right.
We find this corner with shade. I'm like, yeah, I want to feel the earth. I don't know. And I would never normally do that, but I regret it not at all.
Yeah,
it was
not
the
at
right
all.
thing to do. The red carpet was so fun too. Like that was, for those of you who don't know, yeah, that's the spot. Oh, that's so cute. You just send me these.
Yeah, I got great ones.
Yeah, me too. I'll send you what I have. What was I saying? Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, not all carpets are, created. This carpet was wild. The energy, I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram story, but this was a very, very high energied red carpet. They all were pretty nice to each other. Sometimes the media fights over who gets whose attention. Yeah. Oh, is that from my story?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was walking to the bathroom and thank God we got the carpet done early.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was crazy. And it's so uncomfortable when you're on the carpet and all the press is there just like watching you. And there's this whole line of people waiting to walk the carpet and you have to wait for an interview, So, and you finish one interview, but they're not done yet. And then you just have to kind of stand there like, until somebody else comes. This is why I love walking the carpet with other people. I'm so glad that worked the way it did. Because
oh my gosh,
individuals.
I learned something very valuable that if you want to like jump ahead in lines, walk in. What was it with a guitar or a ladder? What is it?
Yeah, you listen. Wise words of.
No, check this out. It's facts.
Yeah, facts. If you want to get into any room, carry a ladder or a guitar. No one's gonna ask questions.
We walked in and we walked right by all kinds of people.
We did.
We waited all of like 15 minutes to get on this red carpet. And I mean, people were there for hours, not one, multiple. And we just walked right through it. And I don't know what it was.
Where we were entertainment though, too. So either you're fixing something that's broken, which don't not let that person in, or you're entertaining. Either way. Yeah.
Right?
That was so funny. It's true though. If you walk in anywhere with a ladder, I guarantee you, no one's gonna be like, "No, I can't."
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like
It was-
going, I think I saw a video on YouTube of this guy that was going through he went to a movie theater carrying a ladder and like they were just like, "Yeah, go ahead," and he was just like proving a point. I'm like, that's so funny. Aw, Nico crushed. He did such a great job.
Yo, he did,
It was
right?
really intimidating, especially when there's that many people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a while.
People. I look straight up yellow on this screen.
We
It's so
ended up
funny.
hanging out with
Oh,
Snoop
wait.
Dogg's dad quite a bit.
Oh yeah, Papa Snoop.
Papa Snoop ended up.
My uncle now, you know.
Yeah, for real.
He's so awesome. Papa Snoop put video of us on Instagram on the red carpet. It was so cool. I mean, he didn't tag us, but that's okay. I appreciate the love. Okay, here, let me go to this. Sorry, my arm.
What we got next?
Final round. Hang on. Okay, no, not that. Oh wait, that's kind of funny. Trip on the stairs versus forget your speech entirely.
Oh God, I'd much rather trip on. Well, I mean, the people. Those are both tough. I don't like any of those.
Are you really about to pick trip on the stairs?
Because I, as a lyricist who's been playing guitar for so long, like one of the things I am happy to be ever out of is not knowing what to say, like forgetting the lyrics. You know, like I like knowing what to say. But anyway.
Sammy too? You guys are Samir, you're a professional talker.
Yeah.
You are no one networks like you do.
Oh, hey.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm a talker. I do love to talk.
Yeah, you're a great talker. I wouldn't worry about it at all. I wouldn't even write a speech.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I'll write a speech again. I wrote one for the Hollywood Music and I read it, but then I noticed that night a lot of people didn't, and I was like, maybe that's the way to go. Just go with inspired flow and let it come out. That's what I look forward to next time.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah,
I can't talk for England. Sammy, he's so funny. That's a wild thing to say. Okay, win an Oscar. This is a stupid one. Versus viral meme moment forever. Obviously, win an Oscar. That's a dumb question. Yeah. Crying acceptance speech versus drunk chaotic speech.
Or versus drunk and chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what was the first one?
Crying. Yeah, Oscar.
I think I'd rather be remembered crying than drunk on stage. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You're human, you know. It makes you look more human.
Yeah. But you know, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Long speech is playing. I mean, I don't understand the difference. Hang on, let me go up one. Okay. Oh, singing one. Okay, so My Heart Will Go On versus Shallow.
Shallow.
I am crying. Being drunk in public is no fun. Yeah, you're not really much of a drinker, though, are you, Sammy? I feel like you've told us that before. Right? You, not much. Okay, so Shallow. I feel like I have to say Shallow because we do that song. But honestly, My Heart Will Go On.
Okay.
My Heart Will Go On. It's just one of the greatest movie songs. It's iconic. It's iconic. Like, what is that? Like a flute in the beginning? Ooh, and that epic key change. Okay. You know, it's just like so epic. It's like, that's a big song, you know? That's a big song. Ooh, what? Okay. Oh, I see. Let It Go versus This Is Me. Do you know what This Is Me is?
No.
Your hot dog goes on. Well, how does that go?
Let it go. But for sure, but let it go for me.
Yeah. This is me. Oh. I am brave. I am free. I am who I want to be. This is me from The Greatest Showman.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
It's a really good song, but
I
Let It
just,
Go is also iconic. You
yeah.
know, the fact
Yeah.
that they put the word fractal in as a lyric is just
I
impressive.
mean, just points just for that. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I just saw The Greatest Showman for the first time, even though like Zendaya is in it and I have a soft spot for her, but I still hadn't seen it until like less than a week before I just went back to LA.
You're
So, like
kidding.
2 weeks ago, I saw it for the first time, and it was very sweet. But I enjoyed it a lot, and and then I just remember when it came out, everybody was talking. I don't know where I was in terms of my career, but like I wasn't settling in to watch a movie, you know. And,
I understand.
Because I guess I've been building stuff out a lot, so I have had my busier moments for sure. But when I can, man, I love getting into these films. I really do. And
Will
Great Showman is
never
great.
be enough. I love the music in The Greatest Showman is so good. Oh, it's 1,000 spotlight. Will never be enough. She opened for me in New York. The girl that sang that song.
Nice, yeah, beautiful. Yeah,
she's
nice.
she's got a great voice. I told you it was the demoitis. Like she sang it, recorded it. It got the placement for the movie, but they couldn't get her voice out of their head. No one could sing it like her. So
she got
it. She got it so freaking cool. I love that. Lauren is her name.
Nice.
The song is so good. Oh, what? This is a stupid question. I Will Always Love You versus City of Stars.
I Will Always Love You.
Always love you.
I mean, the cool story about that one, speaking of demo, is that when what's his name? What's his name? The guy who does all the big music, all the big Grammy.
Who produced I Will Always Love You was Nardia.
It went to gosh, what the heck? One of the guy in charge of signing some of the biggest artists, all of them. He has like the
Nardia.
No. Go ahead. You keep talking. I'm gonna find out.
Okay. Yeah, obviously I Will Always Love You. That song is so hard. First of all, forget about the vocals. Just if you can hit that drop where you know that spot I'm talking about where it's like there's nothing, and then there's the drop and it's sort of like it feels like such a random beat.
Right.
I Will Always Love You, and the eyes open in the music video.
Okay, and so when this song is Clive Davis, okay?
Oh, Clive Davis.
The song made it over to Clive Davis. It was still a demo, and it was just like the intimacy of the piano and her voice that was just incredible. And they're like, yeah, and he's the one who insisted that that's how they release it. And the argument was like, it'll never work. It's way too lofty for it to be on a hit on the radio. It doesn't have any of the ingredients that all of these hits have. And Davis insisted, and there's like a whole documentary, I guess it's on Clive Davis, and they dedicate a part of the time around this particular song. And it came out of a demo-itis that he insisted that they lock it, and so it made it the cut like that. I think so. They released the demo.
Piano?
Yeah,
they
like
released
what
just
you
the
hear
demo.
now, what was kind of the demo form, and that's how they released it. Yeah. In terms of
wild.
Yeah, it's again one of those stories that come out of demo worlds that actually stand the test of time, which is great.
So cool. I would love to hear the demo version, like just the piano, because I don't think I've heard it just piano. There's big production on it.
Yeah, I think the way that it starts, I think they wanted to do something else in terms of how they introduced the song. So instrumentally, but they ended up staying that way. I'm gonna find the clip and I'm gonna share with you that
show me.
It talks about that.
Because I was gonna work with Narada.
Okay.
Who did I Will Always Love You, and he did the soundtrack for Bodyguard, and Mariah Carey. He did anyway. Great producer, holy moly. Okay, so wait, so what about Interesting.
Yeah, I found the clip.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but it's like 10 minutes long.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
okay.
I'll check it out later. I'll send it to you.
Okay, Barbie. I mean, not Barbie, but Frozen versus The Greatest Showman. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's a tough one.
It is. Sure is.
Because I do have a soft spot for Zendaya. But then I also like grew up watching the Frozen ones.
Is that because Greatest Showman? Yeah. Is that because that was what Sammy said? Is that because of you working with her brother, Zendaya?
No, I worked with Zendaya.
That's right. Oh, you worked with Zendaya?
Yeah. She's the one. I mean, yeah, I did. She's the one. I met her brother as like because I was friends with her family. So I worked with her father as well. I taught Zendaya for 3 years.
You taught Zendaya music?
Like life. She was a little kid. She was in elementary school, and I was like doing this intern program while I was hustling music. So it was 2 years of an intern program, and I got into that program because I was just subbing in the first year, and all the while I followed the same group of kids, and she was she was in that group.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
And her dad worked with me, so I was like hanging out with her dad.
Yeah, her dad was like a mentor or something, right?
He was, and then I stayed in touch with Dad. You know, I've spoken to Zendaya a couple of times recently, but every time I'm hanging out with him. I mean, last time I saw is Kazembe, so like maybe last year, because now he's in Dubai. Oh, so sad. I was like, yeah, otherwise I hang out with him.
That's who you were talking about?
Yeah.
Well, last time you were here for Grammys and you were like, oh, the guy that's going to do our video moved to Dubai?
Yeah, the guy who, yeah.
That was Zendaya's dad?
Yeah.
Well, you never told me that. That's crazy. You're crazy. I love her. I think she's amazing. I mean, she's just seems so grounded and like seems to know who she is, and I really respect that she thinks for herself. Seemingly, I don't know her, but was she always like that, or did you see her kind of come into her own?
I mean, no, she was a little lioness for sure, coming up, and like and the cub of like her. I mean, I knew both of her parents, but her father I knew best. For sure, like so much more. I met her mother a couple of times, but I know her father, and he's also like a big righteous dude. like he, when he walks in, and when he walks out, and when he speaks, you hear it, and and his silence is powerful. Like he's just got this grandeur about him. Period.
Silence is powerful. Interesting.
Yeah.
So is Zendaya the youngest?
Zendaya, yeah. I don't know. He's got. I mean, yeah. I'm not sure how all of the kid count is for him and how it all works out. I know he has an ex-wife as well, so I think he's got. Yeah. So I'm not really sure how it all works, but yeah. But that one time, then he introduced me to his son and his stepson, and that's who we met with. Yeah.
That's oh my god, what's his name?
With us when we met.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Ajayi. Yeah. Because I was hanging out at that camp.
So everybody in that family is just insanely talented.
Yeah, apparently, right? Yeah, pretty much.
He played for a show. He was just like an unbelievable keyboardist, like too good even.
And I think he really gotten off the road being percussion for like even Lauryn Hill. This guy.
You never told really?
Jai, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then he was but he was opening up a new chapter in his life, and that's when we saw him. So like he was in some type of like relocation, relaunch moment.
Yeah. Okay. Fascinating. Yeah. Okay, last one. Love song versus heartbreak anthem.
I want to say one more thing about Ajayi.
Oh yeah.
because Ajayi was a percussionist. And I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm here. Because when I met you, I was managing Leon Mobley for like a
That's
year and a half.
right.
Master percussionist who's played with the greatest and the biggest. Okay, this guy's like huge. But you know, the circle of teachers, the lineage is an important part. Who taught you the drum, right? Who the lineage of teachers of the drum is a big thing culturally.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so then at some point I get talking to them about the drum, one or the other, and as it turns out, they both came under the same small umbrella in, you know, like a very small group under this one lineage.
What?
Yeah, and so then Leon was performing or something. Somehow I brought there was a studio session for I guess Leon had performed. I brought Ajay and they met each other, and that's when they found out and they hit it off. So then Ajay ended up coming to the studio because Leon was recording an album that he just released, and he got into a session with them as well. It was like the way that they saw they knew each other was like a needle in the haystack. They were freaking out that they came from the same, you know, born from the same mother, essentially. You know, it was incredible. So
wow, that's crazy. I mean,
cool.
speaking of needle in a haystack, what
Yeah.
about Hollywood music and media? That's wild.
Yeah,
That we were both there. That's crazy. It was for the Edie's documentary, the Last Ride, that is also a book. Made it into a.
yeah. I'd love to know about that. I don't even know. Yeah, we can for the next episode we can discuss. What
I
that's
cannot believe that. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Losing it. Okay, I guess we are at time. So.
All right, let's hit it with that last question, can we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Love song versus heartbreak anthem.
Love song.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, if our job is to, you know, raise vibrations or whatever, if it's to, I want to give people something that makes them feel good too.
Yeah. Yeah.
She watched it? Oh, I love that. Yeah. Well.
Right, Sammy? Sammy
Yeah.
said, blowing Victoria's mind tonight.
I know. And he said, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
There's we've been doing this for so long. Every single time I learned something about you I did not know before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah. And likewise, you know, every time we're hanging out talking about some other facet of life and even LA in the industry, you're like, oh yeah, I know that. I know them. You know, you always have a way in. Oh yeah, she opened for me in New York. Oh really? Okay then.
I mean, those had to be really specific situations, but yeah, I mean, you've been out here long enough. You do some stuff, you know, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was so much fun doing stuff with you last week, Victoria. It was a great time. Yeah, good to be. You know, we had a good Oscar tour.
We did. We had a great Oscar.
Oh yeah, we did. With some nice rehearsals in between that we'll be cutting up some footage to share with you all. So let's see if we can. Do you have a few minutes now, Victoria, to like get that connected?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna end the lives and then we'll do that.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Okay. Bye guys.
See ya. Let me make sure this one is too. Beep beep beep.